Hello, welcome to We're the North Bank podcast, hosted by Footy Corner TV. I'm Sparks. Welcome in. If my voice cracks up all over the place, I apologise, but we did a lot of shouting last night. Dom was with me as well. It was much fun, wasn't it?
Well, someone had to make a bit of noise at the Amex, didn't they? So, you know.
I've just been told. I just heard on somebody's pod that people didn't start singing until 75 minutes, and I was like,
no, all the way through, start to finish.
I mean, there may well have been a lull around about 55-ish minutes for about 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think there was a bit of nervousness at that point, and then everybody went right. Okay, they're feeling the nerves. We better put this up. Yeah. So I think we kind of felt the momentum and whatever.
And I think Mikel Arteta played an aspect in that as well, by the way, by making the subs. I think that sort of reinvigorated the away end last night as well, to be fair.
I thought it was a bit of a masterclass all around, but I just wanted to go through just before we go through that. I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts, because we didn't do a Chelsea reaction.
No, my fault. It took me 4.5 hours to go for work.
yeah. But more of, is it kind of a good effort from the team to basically get the 9 points from the Spurs game, from the Chelsea game, and now from the Brighton game?
I don't think you can ever complain too much when you're getting 9 points, to be fair, from any games. Obviously, there was a difference in performances between, say, Tottenham and then Chelsea and Brighton. I think there's also a difference in terms of the way they play. You know, Spurs, obviously, very open, and that allows us to play. But I think performance-wise, I think there's genuine legitimate criticism of our attacking play in Chelsea and in Brighton games. But ultimately, at this point in the season, I don't really care as long as you get the win. It would be nice to play as we did against Spurs and win games a bit more comfortably. But equally, I know we haven't gone on to last night's game, so I wasn't really nervous last night. Chelsea, I was a bit nervous, but last night, not so much. But equally, I think, we have defended much better in recent weeks. And I'm pleased we got the clean sheet last night. And I just think the reaction to that Chelsea game was massively over the top. We've seen it again after the Brighton game. We saw Hertzler sort of say these things. That has genuinely irritated me, the reaction to it. But ultimately, 9 points, extended lead to 7 points, and Chelsea are no mugs. They're going for the Champions League. I think the real disappointment from that game was how we played in the last 20 minutes when they were down to 10 men. Funny enough, I've got a video sort of touched on that tomorrow. But I think that is where I think Rice's been a bit tired, and we're missing sort of players that can keep hold of the ball a little bit further up the pitch. In Odegaard and Kai Havertz in particular.
The thing is, obviously, from the Brighton game, we were kind of defending from the front anyway. It wasn't like we just crowded the box or anything like that and played like Wolves played against us. We didn't play a low block as such. We played a high-ish line and tried to get it out, and for me, I like Gyökeres, right? But I think that he has to work, and we said it during the game. I think he has to operate off the left, and he kind of has to swing into the centre. So I think that the actual winger needs to hold back, basically. So basically, the Gyökeres is starting essentially where the left winger would be, and when we play up to him, we play up to that point. He can then kind of either run into the middle or carry on going down the wing and then kind of drift across with the winger kind of overlapping Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's very similar. When Trossard had that bad game, and he basically was that against Spurs.
it was Chelsea. He was poor, very poor against Chelsea.
So when Gyökeres had a really good game though.
Gyökeres had a good game against Tottenham.
I think
I mean,
it was
Trossard wasn't great in either game, to be fair.
yeah,
Chelsea
but
was.
I think it was the Spurs game where Gyökeres was really good.
Yes, that was
And
the one where he was good and Trossard was bad. I thought Trossard was worse against Chelsea than Spurs,
yeah,
but
I think Trossard was asked to do a different role. I think he was kind of almost floating and not actually playing as a winger. Which
yeah, I think that's fair. To be fair,
yeah, because at times he'd pull up on the right as well, and it was almost like he was kind of reacting to game state and just kind of going, well, I need to be over here now. I need to be over there. But I think that worked really well because it vacated the space on the left, which meant that Gyökeres could utilize that space. When we play straight down the middle, I don't think it utilizes him at all. Really, I think he can get bodied too easy. The centre backs can get right on him, and yeah, I don't. For me, I just don't think it works as well. I don't know what your take is on that.
I think there's some truth to that. I actually thought it was really more where our fullbacks were that gave him that space to operate in against Spurs rather than Trossard. But that might have been as a result of Trossard trying to do the right things, but not quite being able to get into those sort of positions to be as effective. But you're exactly right on the space. You know, I would have liked to have seen Martinelli and Gyökeres interchange a little bit more last night because we know that Gyökeres can be effective out wide, starting wide and going in, and we know equally that Martinelli is very capable of moving through the centre and moving out wide. So you could sort of cause some confusion that way, if you know, to sort of get the best results, if you like, from that. So, but you know, I think Gyökeres definitely did struggle last night. We were trying to play long and early to him. I think we played more for long balls in the first half of that game than we played in any other Premier League game this season, for instance.
Yeah,
And it didn't quite work. It worked much better when Havertz came on. But I think you're exactly right. It's about getting Gyökeres in space, and we just couldn't do that, which is odd because actually I didn't think Chelsea and particularly Brighton played a particularly low line. They both played quite a high
no, they
line.
didn't, did they?
You know,
but
in fairness,
I think their press was pretty good, though. To be fair, I mean, it was they were quite quick on the ball, getting to the ball.
That didn't shock me. I said in my preview how effective they are at getting out to players. You know, they are one of the best at pressing sides in the Premier League, and they have I think it's either the second or third highest defensive line, and whichever one that's not, it's the other way around for their attacking line.
Yeah,
they're 2 and 3 for attacking and defensive lines. So
Dunk was out last night as well, wasn't he? So he obviously they had a bit more pace in that back line as well.
Yeah, and I think they got high as a result. Yeah. But they all play high, to be fair to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think in a way we were a bit lucky that the Brighton really offered nothing. But maybe it was designed that way anyway, to a point that's obviously we can stifle in the middle. And I mean, some of their crosses were weird to me. They cross it into the middle and then play it out to the right winger or something, and it was
almost were overplaying the cross, but it felt deliberate.
It felt very much like what we used to do like 2 years ago.
Yes,
where we play it into the danger area and go, well, that's not quite good enough. We need to get it out to get it back in, and it was like, why are you doing that? You just need to. You've got players in the box.
Yeah, just put it in
surely there. Just to either plant it or whatever. But obviously, having Gabriel in there, obviously Saliba was out as well, but Mosquera came in. He got an early booking.
God knows what for.
To be honest with you, I still can't work it out. I still can't work it out, and I kind of think the fact that nobody else got a yellow card
for ages.
Yeah, but it kind it kind of it had the opposite effect for me. It was like he realized that he no reason to give that that
No,
yellow
yeah,
card
this is
at
what I mean.
all.
He gave one eventually, but that's what he should have done with Mascara, is wait for them to total up. But he did it
Yeah.
earlier. As you say, I think realised his mistake, and he couldn't correct it, obviously. But what I mean by correct it is he made sure that he didn't repeat the mistake, which is probably the only positive thing I can say about the referee, who was booed by both fans at halftime.
Absolutely, I've never seen that, to be honest. I've seen a lot of things going to the football. I have never seen the whole stadium booing him. I mean, I will say that I actually think that the booing from the Brighton fans, I don't know what they were booing for.
They were, I can tell you this, they were booing him because I sent a message to a mate of mine going, "Where are you getting 7 minutes from?" And I'll cut out the expletive. It's from all the rolling around you're doing on the floor and the referee's letting you. So that's why they
Oh
were booing
yeah,
him.
yeah. But
But that's why they were booing him, nothing more.
the absolute waffle, because there were 3 occasions where there were 50-50 tackles that were either not a tackle or not a foul at all, or they're a foul to us. And somehow he managed to give them the opposite way.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the replays of the Gyökeres one, but I think it was
Yes, the one where
is
he
before whatever his name is.
he basically gets barged into, and it's given as in Viffa tries to knock him off the ball,
Viffa tries to
and he
knock him
falls,
over.
yeah,
He stays on his feet and he falls over
yes,
because he's lost his balance because he's so strong.
yeah.
And he gets a free kick for it, and you're like, hang on a minute.
It was the equivalent
How
of a
does that work?
10-year-old child bumping into a heavyweight boxer. He just went down.
Well, it's not as if these guys aren't physical as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're quite a physical side, Brian.
In fairness to Viffa, I don't think he was looking for the foul. I think he just genuinely got bodied.
Oh, I don't know. I think he went over just trying to get a free kick. But I mean, there was a ridiculous one where he was. I can't remember what the strikers was. It Jorginho?
It was
Probably him.
Ruta that they played up top, wasn't it? But
Was
I
that
think
with the white dyed hair?
yeah. But
He
him
went
or
over at one
him or
point.
what's it, Gomez?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I thought he was playing for the Tom Daly diving team, and yeah, it was a bit mad, but yeah, I mean, all in all, I thought it was quite well controlled from us, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't really think that there was. I know you said you were worried. I need to take a defibrillator with me to every game. I think at the minute.
Get in.
Palace scored.
Palace have scored.
Nice.
I don't.
So,
obviously, it's going to be checked, but I haven't seen how they scored. I've just seen they've scored. But yeah, I mean, yes, I genuinely wasn't too nervous last night. I just felt we were in control of that game all the way through. I really wasn't nervous, and I genuinely mean that. I really wasn't nervous last night. There was that one save that David Raya made, and that was pretty much it. At no point that, as you say, the crosses were fairly aimless. I felt we were in control. I thought all of the back 5, I know we played 4, but we used 5 defenders, were in control. I thought Nketiah and Gabriel in particular were very, very, very impressive last night. I just genuinely wasn't concerned at any point last night. I really wasn't.
Yeah. And what did you make of Mascara? Do you think he played all right last night, or do you think it was too much for him?
No, I thought he was. I mean, I don't think it was his best game for us, but I thought he showed some real maturity, as you say, having been booked so early in the game to not do anything stupid, because that really could have scuppered us. I think it was the right decision to substitute him, because he was having one of his poorer games, but it didn't really. His goal is being given. It wasn't bad or good. It was just okay. But he was. You just at that point didn't want to invite pressure on by getting him sent off. So I thought it was the right decision. I thought Arteta got all his subs right last night, to be fair. But I'm not going to be critical of him, but he was the weakest of the 5.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can't disagree with any of that, to be honest. Hincapié performance absolutely outstanding for me. I don't know about you. It's just put his body on the line. Again, he did another kind of mazy running through like player after player after player.
He just kept going, didn't he?
Yeah, and the only way they could stop him was to push him over, and didn't get a free kick for it. It's just like,
and that was their third attempt at stopping him by fouling as well, because they missed the first two.
6 players actually tried, but I think two players tried twice, didn't they?
Yes, I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was madness, really. But yeah.
By the way, the reason for me, my big laugh just then wasn't because of Hincapié. It was because I've just had a Tottenham mate of mine go, "Why are we so?"
I mean, it's not a new thing. It's a common theme now. It's just the same deal. You just drastic, man. I don't think it's updated either. It's still got on 30 points.
Yeah, I think it's been given offside. Is it? I don't know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it's about to be chalked off here.
Okay. I'm not watching the game. I've just it's gone off.
I'm only following it.
I got live score. It's cancelled it out. VAR.
My friend Luke is basically saying that Spurs have got away with one there, which hopefully will stop this.
Really?
Spurs get nothing, or Arsenal get everything. We don't get everything.
God, I mean everybody now, because it's City now. Have you seen Chompy? But Chompy basically posted earlier on today that it'd be nice to get a decision at some point, and you're like, Terry basically put on there that he should have got sent off. He should have got sent off. He should have got sent off. And he certainly should have had a penalty. But yeah,
I don't know who Chompy is unless you mean the chocolate bar. But
no, he's a Man City fan. He's the guy off the Overlap.
I don't tend to watch the Overlap, to be honest.
Yeah, the young guy that basically always.
Him. I know
the arrogant little shit.
Yeah. Yes, I was going to say toe rag, but yes.
Yeah, I mean we're not monetized here, so it doesn't matter. Yes, only need to worry about it if you're going to interrupt a payday, which we don't have. So guys, if you are in the stream, please make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel. We much appreciated. If you want to make any comments, want us to react to anything, then just put them in the chat, and
100%.
we'll get into them as well. As you say, we are.
Spurs have scored now.
Have they? Jesus, that didn't take long. To be honest, I mean, honestly though, we'd missed the 6 points, wouldn't we?
I don't know. It'd kind of be funny if they did go down. I've maintained I don't think they're going down. I really don't. But
I think that they're just about all right. I think
they're not quite the worst of the sides in contention.
No, but I think right now they probably are the worst side. But I think with what they got on the board, I think that they're okay. I think.
Well, they've only 1 point at the moment. Almost it's gone to 4.
Yeah, but even that, there's only one real contender that can pull back on them. Is all I'm thinking. So
which one, West Ham or Forest?
Well, West Ham, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say I think Forest will go.
I think Forest might go down.
Yeah, I do too. I think they're a basket case this season.
Yeah, I think Nuno over with West Ham. I think they'll do enough.
Yes, I do too.
But as for what my point was that only one position is up for grabs in the in the relegation, because obviously 2 are taken already.
Yeah.
I don't think Burnley can get out of it, and I don't think I definitely don't think Wolves.
They're coming from too far back.
No, they beat a few big teams and whatever, but I think it's like a last hurrah sort of thing more than a resurgence to get promote to keep up in the league. So yeah, so all I'm saying is that there's only one relegation spot up for grabs, and probably in all likelihood, Forest or West Ham are going to take that spot.
I concur entirely.
I think Leeds will get out of it. I think they've done enough to be out of it as well.
They're being sucked back in at the moment, but yes,
but yeah, if they don't, if they shape up and they keep getting points and whatever, I think they've been a bit unlucky with their fixtures, to be fair, because they've had a lot of big games on a bounce.
Who? Spurs or
Leeds,
yeah.
Yeah, but it always kind of seems to happen that way if you're in that position. That all the hits come at once.
Yeah, you could argue in one way at least they're out the way, but I think probably you just need a little bit of momentum and to give you that little bit of relief and you don't get yourself stuck in a rut.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously we scored the one goal. That's been criticised as well because the keeper messed it up.
Gets tiring, doesn't it?
It's like it doesn't matter how you score. So all it proves to me is it's not what we're doing. It's just because of who we are.
I was going to say you're going to go Ange on me, but you're absolutely right too.
Yeah, it is because of who we are, and it's I just don't think they want the banter to stop, and unfortunately,
it's getting close to stopping.
It's getting close to stopping. I think if we beat Everton, if we beat Everton and Bournemouth, I think that's pretty much there or thereabouts.
It's getting close for sure. I mean, I think for me, the thing with this one here is now you were in a position where we are starting to get points, and as you say, games are running out, and as such, it is getting harder to catch us. But I don't think it's necessarily over at that point. Van der Ven, I think, has just been sent off.
No way.
It's a penalty. It'll be a penalty. It's a penalty, I think, as well. It's going to be a penalty and a red card. But yes, so I don't think I'd be counting my chickens quite yet. But as I've said, I think City will drop more points. I think we'll drop some points because everyone's in too many competitions to keep it going. The league's too competitive. But
I disagree with that. Not entirely, but I disagree with that a little bit. I'm going to push back on that because I think we can fully rotate for the Mansfield game.
That helps massively, yeah.
Where...
I was talking about by the end of the season. I meant just to...
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is even City can't do that because they're playing Newcastle, aren't they?
No, exactly. Which is why I think City will drop points. But what I'm saying is, I don't think even if we won the next two, I don't think that's quite enough yet. But I think that puts massive pressure on, and I think the league will probably extend. And even if it doesn't, the point you've just made there is absolutely right. That even if it's still 7 points after the cup final and going to the international break, the effort from City to keep level will be higher than it is for us because they've got Real Madrid. I know we've got Leverkusen, shouldn't be underestimated, but also they can't rotate at Newcastle unless they decide they want to.
Sorry, WhatsApp group's going mental. Obviously going with the
but they can't rotate at Newcastle. It's 1-1.
So has it actually been given as a red? Has it been verified as a red? I just very briefly.
Yes. Red card. I've got an image of the referee giving it.
Have you seen what it is? Have you seen why it's
Van der Ven caught the wrong side of Ismail Sarr and pulls him down in the box.
Oh, okay. Is it on Sky?
I don't know. I'm literally reading it off a live tracker feed.
Oh, yeah,
let me see if it is on Sky because I might be able to.
It is on Sky. I'm going to put it on.
I'll put it on too.
Oh, hang on. Is it?
I don't know. I'm just loading it up now.
No.
No, it's not.
No, I'll put the darts on now because I thought that was on.
Oh, yes, it is. I've got it.
Oh, have you? On Sky?
No, it's TNT. No, it was coming up
on TNT. I can't get that on my computer.
No, I can't either.
Yeah, I can get. They do that stupid thing with that stupid app, and I can't be asked to download the app.
No, yeah, exactly.
I think the more people veto that app, I think that the more that they'll put live on the TV. So
Yeah.
I'm not downloading the app, even though I pay for it. I don't give a crap. Not doing it. So yeah, I've got enough apps that do shit. So yeah,
It's not happening.
not happening. It's just not happening. I've got enough ways to watch crap, but although I could download the app and then forecast it to my TV, but
It seems like a lot of effort, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just a lot of just put it on my TV. That's all I ask.
Yeah, it'd be much easier.
Yeah, I paid for the TV. I would like you to put it on TV, please. Otherwise, I cancel my subscription. It's quite that simple. But yeah, the way I put it earlier on, I don't know if you saw my post earlier on, but I put it that we've got fingertips on the title.
Yes, I would agree with that. I just not.
Yeah, I don't think we've got a hand on it. I think we've probably got fingers and thumbs, I guess, on it. On one hand, and obviously as the games kind of go on and we don't drop points, then that will become closer.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
And
as I say, I think both sides will drop points between now and the end of the season.
Yeah.
I've had Arsenal fans go, no, Manchester City are going to win every game, and we've got to be perfect, and we can't be, and that's why it's like there's no way that was going to happen. Look at the season; it tells you all you need to know.
Well, did you see the fan cast with O'Hara where he did the breakdown of the games
what's
that
the
are
Muppet
left?
done this time? Oh yes, I did, and he had City winning it by 2 points, I think, in the end. Although I had it by 3 points because they did the maths wrong, I think.
No, because he predicted two draws for City, didn't he?
I only caught the end of it where they were saying how many points it was. I was like, you've put yourself one short on the number of points, and they said it's by 2 points. So they might have got the 2 points right, but the total wrong. I didn't hear him predict Arsenal's because
I thought it was 1 point, but anyway,
whatever. But
whatever it is, that was kind of the point I was making was he gave last night as a draw, so inadvertently
for us.
Yeah, for us. Yeah,
I don't think that's a terrible prediction by him. By the way,
no, I don't disagree either. But inadvertently, he's said that we're winning the league.
Yes, because either that
because it's now it's not a draw, it was a win.
Yeah,
and City drew.
Them winning last night when they didn't.
Yeah, so he had them winning that. So basically, he inadvertently has predicted us to win the title from those fixtures.
Something he's absolutely petrified of us doing.
Well, absolutely. But this is the thing. Everybody was saying, well, what's everybody's going nuts about it, and I was like, yeah, you're reading it wrong. What you should be doing is scamming him and basically going, yeah, you've just predicted us to win the title because what we did last night is above your expectations anyway.
But then also, he's making a prediction. He's basically predicted 17, if not 19 games, because I think we're down to 8 now. So he's predicting 19 games. There's no way he's going to get them all right. It's highly unlikely anyone predicts them all right. But also, he's doing it, understandably so, to some extent, as a big Tottenham fan. But he's also a professional pundit and should be trying to take some of that bias away. He is going to come from a period of I don't want Arsenal to win the league, and he's going to be more negative towards Arsenal than City. And there is, and whether we like it or not, an unintended bias in all of us. But he's got an overtly bias, against.
Yeah, but us. I don't mind that from a Tottenham fan. No. I'm not bothered about that. I'm not even bothered about it from a Chelsea fan.
No, as a fan, you're right.
Yeah, so everybody was giving Kunde a hard time, and who was it that was on Liverpool?
Was this the one with O'Hara where Kunde basically went, I don't want Arsenal to win the league. It'll be a disaster, but I think they will win the league. And I thought that, and he set out very clearly why he thought Arsenal would win the league, which I thought was good punditry. And then and as a fan, I don't want that.
And then the fan came in, so I've got no problem with that.
I don't like
punditry. I think that's, but it's when that same time, a Bonlahor came on and said to a fan, "Well, have you ever played football? You don't have to have played football to talk about football. You have to have played football to talk about footballing experiences.
Yes, I
You
agree.
don't
Sorry, I've
have
got
to
a
have
blast up.
played."
I am listening, but I'm going to be slightly
Yeah.
off camera for a sec.
Yeah, you don't have to you don't have to be a footballer to observe football and speak on its eventualities. It's just nonsense, and it shows a massive arrogance, to be honest, from my point of view. And
No,
but yeah, it wasn't it was it was the Liverpool striker that's on Talksport. Oh God, what's his name? I can't remember his name.
do you mean what Dean Saunders?
Dean Saunders, that's it. So he was
I could picture him.
talking.
It took me ages. I could think he was at Forest, and that's how I got
Yeah,
there.
yeah, but he was talking to to Cundy, and basically he was like, "I don't want Arsenal to win, and this is why." And he was like, Saunders was like, "How do you come to that?" And he was like, "Well, it's a London club. I don't want another London club doing it." So which I think is fair enough as a fan.
Yes, I agree.
I think that's I don't have a problem with that. It's
No, I
when you
don't
get
either.
it's when you get Liverpool cooks basically playing up for City and stuff, and it's like you fought tooth and nail against them. They've little broed you the whole time. They've basically made your best manager in a debatable period now because of the amount of titles that he won, and he could have won other trophies. He's now City have put him in a conversation with lesser managers because he didn't get the titles that he deserved because he had to fight City. Do you know what I mean? And you're still fighting for him. I just
Yeah,
don't get it.
I agree. I've just caught up with the Palace game. The Palace are now winning. So happy days. But no, I agree with you, and I think I don't mind the fan element of punditry coming in at all. But I think if you're being a pundit, be a pundit and do your analysis fair and square. You know, but I don't mind the fan element coming in. But be explicit at this point. This opinion is of my fan opinion. My
Yeah.
football analytical opinion is this. My fan opinion says I want Spurs to go down. My football analytical opinion is they're going to stay up, albeit they're
Yeah,
doing a good job of not doing it. But of course I want them to go down. I'm an Arsenal fan, but
yeah, I saw this thing on TikTok today, and I was like, of all the things that you could come up with, it was the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Right? So he said, if Arsenal win the title and Spurs stay up, are you having that? Or you don't win the title, you bottle it for another for however many times you consider it a bottling, and Spurs get relegated. Are you like, that is such a Spurs mentality?
I mean, if it was the other way around, much it would kill me to see Spurs win the title. I don't want to be in the Championship.
No, but I mean, it's not whichever way around. It's whether we win the title or not, and so we lose the title, but they get relegated.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want that if it was the other way
It's
around.
stupid. It was just stupid. It
Well,
was
yeah, I
just
mean, it was a
small team
it's
mentality,
irrelevant.
isn't it?
Well, it's also irrelevant, as you say, because we don't know where we're at. But yeah, I mean, I
No,
find it baffling. I find
yeah,
Spurs baffling.
it's just, well, I mean, that was supposedly from an Arsenal fan, but I was like, well, I just don't understand.
No,
I don't.
I definitely, I'd rather Spurs stay up and we win
Yeah, I
as many trophies as physically possible.
Yeah, I mean,
Why would I
the
not?
other, I guess the other one is, if we win the title, do we still want to win the title if Spurs win the Champions League? And the answer is still yes, isn't it?
Yeah. I just want to win trophies.
The answer is I don't care at that point. I don't want them to win it for sure.
I think it's 3-1.
But I certainly don't want
It is.
I don't really. Yeah, it says 3-1 here as well. This thing keeps messing up with the table, so I'm trying to see. I thought it was 4-1 then because I had to go into a different game because he's not giving me the table option. So that is going to put Spurs 1 point ahead of Forest and West Ham.
Yeah.
That's mad. So here's another one then.
Fans are leaving.
Well, of course they are, aren't they? Good one.
Wow.
It probably wasn't full to start off with.
I think he's there. The amount of messages he's sending me shows how irritating that game is if he is there.
He is literally just sending you messages.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, my God. That is mad. But, yeah, here's the other one then. So if the title's done, when do we play West Ham?
Let me check it. Hang on, I'm going to put up a new screen because otherwise I might miss another goal from them. My son's back and he's just seen the Tottenham score because I can hear him laughing in the background. He's just got back.
Have you converted him yet? Anyway,
no, unfortunately not. We don't play West Ham again. I don't think. Oh no, we get. No, we don't.
We do.
Yeah, hang on. That's not going far enough. That's why. Stopped. Does that stupid thing. 9th of May.
So, if by that point
we've won the league,
do we just throw that game?
What you mean? I don't actually think Son missed on purpose, but you mean like Tottenham did against Man City?
I mean, it's it doesn't matter. I don't care about that, but
Yeah, no, I messing.
But... If we've won the league and if it's done by that point, do we throw that game out against West Ham?
It's got to be a consideration, isn't it? I mean, again, it could be. I mean, it gets more like
Arteta's not going to do that. Let's be
not.
Completely real about it. He's not going,
and nor should he actually.
But as fans, we're just hypotheticals here. Yeah. As fans, should it be consideration?
Oh dear me! I mean, Luke's just messaged me. He's gone. He goes, "Have you got the number of Samaritans?" But he's also gone. He goes, "I'm just having nightmares that you guys go and win like the treble or worse, a quadruple, and we go down. It'll be like the ultimate nightmare."
Just tell him we've got West Ham on the second last game. Do we let them win?
I'm actually going to message him that.
That would be the ultimate jobby, the ultimate stitch up.
Yeah, I mean it's at the Emirates at home. There's no way that's our last home game of the season.
No, obviously,
and he's not going to do it anyway. But
obviously not as a manager. But I'm talking hypothetically.
Yeah, exactly. It would be so funny.
Would you do it? Would you do that?
As a fan, I mean, if we've won the league and we can't be caught, then absolutely.
If we can't be caught.
If there's any jeopardy at all, absolutely not. But if we can't,
you go to Etihad, you beat City, and
Marley Salmon's captaining us that day. It's Stepford in goal.
Yeah. You're putting the same team out that you're going to put against Mansfield.
I think weaker because I still think it'll be strong against Mansfield.
Yeah, but I think because we've got strong. Well, I mean, it will be a certain strength because obviously Marino's out, and
yes, a couple of the first team players, the starters, are going to have to play, right?
Yeah, I mean, Havertz probably plays that game anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
Havertz probably just play 60 minutes or whatever, just get some legs
I think it
moving and
depends on
whatever.
Odegaard as well, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not.
Jesus
I'm
will up front and will start number 9.
Oh dear. Yeah. I don't. I honestly, I don't ever want to see that again. I don't ever want to see Jesus up front on his own again.
I think if you
Honestly.
do, you've got to have Havertz as a 10, haven't you, to sort of get alongside him.
You've got to have somebody that can bring the ball down, definitely. So you kind of touched on it earlier with the Hertzler comments.
The baby.
The baby. Have you seen what he did during the game?
Yes, him and Hincapié.
He basically F him play football.
Yeah. Obviously, we didn't see it live, but I've seen it since.
And apparently, by all accounts, Arteta basically went with the finger pointing and basically said, "You can say what you want, just don't swear at him. You know, you just there's no need for it." But do you find there's any substance in what he says?
What, Hertzler?
What he's actually had to say?
I mean, look, the ball, we did take a while getting the ball back in play last night. But as I pointed out to someone that was pointing this out to me, the ball also went out of play quite a lot for us to do it. So that totals up the amount of time it was out of play from us delaying it, because we had throw-ins and goal kicks and corners quite a lot. So therefore, it totals up the stats. What you want to do is the average time it took us to get it back in play per the number of times it went out of play. That's the crucial one, not your total. And secondly, we're the 6th highest for ball in play in games this season.
Yeah,
so
obviously we're managing the game. Absolutely.
Yeah, we were. There's no question.
And it ain't pretty and whatever, but we're in a title race. You've got no jeopardy whatsoever. So, at the end of the day, Arteta's doing whatever he's got to do to get the job done. But his press conference just seemed very childish to me, and quite arrogant as well at the same time. Like he dictates how teams play against him. It's just baffling to me. It was like when Pep was complaining about other teams, how they basically just don't open up anymore. Yeah. What? Since when have you determined what the opposition do?
Well, exactly. You've got to respond to it, right? Arsenal have had to respond to it because it's true. It's truer against us this season statistically than it is for them. But I mean, it must be frustrating, right? But what as you say, what God-given right you have to say to the opposition, this is how you're going to play. Arne Slot was rightly being ridiculed for it earlier this season. I want teams to play like this. Well, you don't get to choose that.
No.
And
no,
also
it's not.
It's why we're seeing this league more competitive this season, because teams are being that little bit more defensive, because it dampens the gap of quality, between the sides, and a fair play to them.
The biggest part of it for me is that it's quite hypocritical, because I read a post earlier on that basically said, yeah, all right, 26 seconds was with the figures for Brighton in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But against Man City, they did 38.9 seconds or something around that figure.
Oh, there you go. I mean, I didn't know that.
But... And another one against Spurs where they did 36 point something seconds.
Well, they're the 37. They're 17th, by the way, for ball in play in their games. It's
So, like I said, it's just very hypocritical, and it's like if Arteta did that, the whole Twitter sphere will be having an absolute meltdown that he's arrogant and this, that, and the other. The best one, right? When he's doing that to I was on the train coming to the Amex.
Yes,
there were people having a conversation about Arteta, and they were talking about the party thing, which I'm not going to get into that thing whatsoever. But
no,
it is what it is, and I just pulled my earphones out at that point, and this guy
I'm
said,
laughing because I can picture you doing it.
I just pulled it out and just listening, and then the guy, he said, yeah, well, he's always outside his technical area, isn't he? And I was like, at that point, I just couldn't shut up. You know me. I just say
I
it.
knew what was coming.
Yeah, I was like, every manager in the league does that. I said,
Yeah.
the only one that gets highlighted with a camera is him. I said, it's absolute nonsense. I said, you can watch Herzler tonight, and he'll be outside his box. And you know, when he went on and played football and all this lot, he was outside his technical area. He was outside the technical area, threw the ball back to the player. Not supposed to
No
do
problem.
that as manager, by
No,
the
I've
way.
no problem with that when you're throwing it back, but you're still
Yeah, but you're
outside
not
your
supposed to
technical
do
area.
that.
You're
You're not
not.
supposed to
Yep.
do that. Arteta's been booked for that before,
Yep. He
by
has.
the
Yep.
way, for pushing that back. But yeah,
This narrative. I mean, you know, again, I was on a group chat earlier, and I can't remember what was said, but I did bite, and they were like, I wasn't actually intending. Sorry, I'm watching your face. I'll come back to this point in a second. What's occurring?
they
Has
are
Judah been sacked
they
at
are
half time?
no, they are streaming at that
They
stadium.
are. Yeah. You've seen
It's
the
like
Terry Furs.
it's so mad. They are literally streaming at that stadium.
Yeah, that's not to get a halftime drink.
No, they're gone. They're literally gone. They're not. They're out of the stadium.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like West Ham against us a couple of years ago. Yeah, I've seen the outside one now. Yeah,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one I saw, the outside where they're streaming from it.
yeah.
But yeah,
But you know, as I was saying, it wasn't intended to actually irritate me, but it really irritated me because I'm just getting so fed up with this constant narrative, which is like, yes, it's true, but we're not the only ones, and
exactly.
that's the bit that's irritating me. Like, okay, you know, if you want to have a conversation about grappling in the penalty area, do you want it stopped? No, I want Arsenal to stop doing it. What? So everyone else can do it? Well, no one else does it.
Yeah.
Look at the footage. Why are
Well,
you picking on us? Just
well,
us?
I heard the one with David Moyes earlier in the week, the way where he said, "Oh, Arsenal grappling in the box and that," and I saw Tarkovsky basically throw. I think it was was it Yoro or was it? I can't remember who it was now. It was a United player anyway. Literally threw him in the back of the net, and you're like, so what? That's Arsenal fault, is it that you did that? I thought it was a bit mad.
Yeah, it's just it is starting to really irritate me, to be honest with you. But it's you know, as I say, I've never subscribed to this, you know, PGML have it in for Arsenal, all these conspiracy theory stuff. I really
I think they're
don't.
just crap.
I think they're crap. You know,
They're just crap. They don't have it in for anybody. They're
no,
just
they're
crap.
just crap.
And a lot has been said about this Scudamore interview. I don't know if you've seen it, where he's
No.
basically said, we try and we try and have it so after 6 years there's a different name on the trophy, and I was like, well, how do you get to decide that?
And also, how do you make that happen?
We can't make it happen, can you?
Exactly.
It's just impossible to make happen. You know, what you can say is you can make it fair for all teams to get their name on the trophy by making the rules fair. You can say that, but you can't say, "Oh, we try to make it on the." You know, I think he worded it completely wrong. And,
yes, I was going to say, mate. I think he was possibly trying to make a point, which is we don't like to see the same teams winning it all the time, and got it very badly wrong. But...
Yeah, absolutely, because it means that it looks like you're fixing it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think he was saying that at all. And I think the only real I think the only real mitigating factor for the PGMOL, I think they have links to Sky. I think they have.
Yes, I think so too.
I think they have feeds, and I don't. I just think they're watching it. So they have the game on, and they're watching the game with the commentary on it, and they shouldn't be watching the game with the commentary on at all.
No, because otherwise Chelsea's
can
goal would have stood
influence-
because Gary Neville was adamant it was onside.
Yeah, but you can influence the decision.
Well, exactly. That was my point, right?
You shouldn't have the sound on. You should be watching the game and not listening to it. And they obviously have a feed from Sky to the VAR, which if it's just one way, that's fine. But I don't think it is one way. I think they're actually physically listening to it.
No, I mean, I'd like to hope not, but that wouldn't shock me if they were. And as I say, the point I was, sort of making earlier was, I'm not one of these ones to just jump on bandwagons and woe is me about Arsenal, but I think right now the narrative has genuinely irked me to the point that I am actually genuinely upset and annoyed. Not upset, but I'm irritated by it. I really
have you seen the Arsenal video? Have you seen the Arsenal video yet?
On which one? Sorry,
on the Arsenal website.
What's the video of? Sorry,
are you on watched it? Have you?
No. I mean, I don't quite know what you're talking about, so probably
I'm going to send it to you after the game, right? So basically, somebody sent me they sent a screenshot of it, and and it goes on from Arsenal to the corner of the globe, right? And it's got the moon and a picture of a corner flag. And I'm just like, well, okay, right. If that's the case, right? If Arsenal admin can get on board, then so can I. That was kind of my take from it.
I mean, I've actually thought someone made a really good point, and it was someone unexpected. I can't remember who it was, but it wasn't like an Arsenal pundit or anything like that. Made the point that he just felt that last night Arsenal started to embrace this media tag and are now using it to fuel their performances. And he thinks that that's going to really help them now. And I'm interested if that thought takes place, whether we'll start to see some of this backlash that we're receiving in the media lessen off because the people really don't want to see us win it.
Yeah, I
think it's going to help.
I don't necessarily think that that's the case, but what I do think is I think some of the media sources and some of the pundits may have just got an inkling that it's gone too far.
Hopefully. It has gone too far.
It definitely has gone too far. But yeah, I think that it's just a case of I don't think that there's anything like that. I think it's just literally just I'm going to send you this link one sec.
No way. But what I mean is, whether actually they're sort of, it's helping with a siege mentality was basically the point he was making. And I don't know. I don't know how much of this they see or don't see or how much of it they pay attention to. And I guess it will be different for different players. But
have you seen the TNT video?
No, I haven't watched any videos today. It's been a bit of a busy one.
Go into my group and watch the TNT video.
When did you send it?
This morning.
I haven't got it.
In the 40 Corner group on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter. And I just sent you that other one on Twitter as well. But basically what they say, actually, I might have spoiled it for you. But yeah, you just play it through. But I do think that there's a corner being turned.
Oh, blimey, there's loads on here.
No, just do the TNT one.
Yeah, got it.
While we're waiting for him to catch that up. We were in the ground and
yeah.
we heard this, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I think it
charting at
was.
the end of the game was huge, wasn't it? I mean, it was
It
just
was just madness. But I actually I think he said it in that clip that you just watched. I think he basically says that 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 uplift from the crowd kind of made the players believe as well.
yeah, yeah. It was that was a thrust of what he was saying, and I think he's a really good commentator. To be fair, when he
Who was
gets
it?
a bit
Sam,
of a
was
thing.
it Matterface?
No, yes, I think it was Matterface. Yeah, when he,
Yeah,
not just him, but sometimes when they get onto these sort of themes, I think they can be really eloquent.
yeah. I think
And
when
I
he's
thought that
good,
was
he's good, and when he's
yes, I
bad,
agree.
he's terrible.
Absolutely, I agree. But
But
the
yeah,
point I was making was when they are really eloquent like that, it can be quite invigorating when they get it right. I'm just
yeah,
watching
for sure.
the other one, but
Yeah, watch
you
it.
should
I'll
say
just
hey, evening to
respond to
Khalid.
Khalid. I'll just watch Khalid. Evening, Khalid. How are we doing, guys? If you are in the chat, please make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel. Drop any comments in there as well. It really helps us out. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers. It's a bit of a slog when you're coming from nowhere. So any help you can help us get there, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. And Khalid says Spurs are going down. I mean, at this point, it's a distinct possibility. Let me ask you, Khalid, since you're in the chat, right? And we just did a little. I put something to Dom, right? If it comes to basically the second last game of the season against West Ham, match day 36, I believe it is, and we're nailed on to win the title, do you throw the game against West Ham, or do you need to beat West Ham? Given it's a London derby and all that, do you help the cause for Spurs to go down? Doesn't affect the title whatsoever. So basically we're 10 points clear, whatever. And we can just lose to West Ham. Are you doing it or not? And Khalid says, yeah, play the under 21s.
He's only under 12s. He's
Yeah,
not messing
under
around.
12s. Sorry, under 12s. I read that wrong. The under 12s. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Arteta's not going to do it. Let's be honest about it. But us as fans, yeah, I think we'd all safely say that that we'd be throwing that game. Absolutely. It's funny because earlier in the season, right? You know when Villa were on this surge, right?
Which was obviously always going to end.
We know that, right? But
Some people didn't.
But we'll get to that in a second, right? Because this is another thing. I don't know if I said it to you last night. But when this was all going on, Villa thought that they could let City win to make sure that they win the title, and it turns out, or it may turn out, that game is going to be irrelevant as well.
Hopefully.
But
that would
yeah,
be very helpful.
I was talking to a guy on the train afterwards that basically we were talking about the years gone by and whatever, and Villa dropping off, and we were talking about the defensive football thing, right? And I was like, yeah. The three DMs, and he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. Well, it wasn't actually three DMs like we got under Emery, was it? And he was like, oh, don't even remind me. And I said, yeah, but there's people out there that still want Emery in charge, still want to get, you know, there are people that are saying boot Arteta whether he wins the title or not. Absolute ridiculous nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't win things, then yes, we can have that conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially from this point as well, where we're not fully in control, but I do think we're in control now, and I do think that not winning it from here would be a bottle.
Yes, I would agree.
Definitely think because we've had opportunities to break away as well, and we haven't taken them. I do think that the win last night and the wins v Chelsea and Spurs have kind of covered over the Brentford draw and the Wolves draw, especially since Wolves beat Liverpool and beat somebody else. I can't remember who did they beat?
They beat
Who
West
else
Ham,
did
I
they
think, didn't they? Let me check.
No, another big side, another top six side, I think.
Well, that rules Spurs out.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Let me check for you.
Yeah. This is another thing where Khalid
they
says
beat, they beat Villa.
yeah, that was it, Villa. Yeah. I mean, though that is a derby, so I guess Formie goes out of the window for
A
that
little
one
bit,
a
doesn't
little
it?
bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But in fairness, a lot of Wolves fans have been saying we're playing better than the points on the board, this season. So in
Yeah,
some
but
ways,
that
I'm not
was always
surprised. But
going to be the case, and I said, I also said last night as well that if they'd have started playing the way they played against us, against Man United, or the game before that, then maybe they're in a obviously better situation.
yep,
So but I was kind of thankful because at that point, the Man United game, I don't think they'd scored for 6 games,
no,
and I was like, well, at least they scored. So we don't get that. Those things are there to be broken, aren't they? And those kind of records, and it's like, yeah, it's just something else that we didn't need to interfere with that.
yeah,
At least they'd already scored because that had blown up the internet as well.
yeah. It's
As it
I
turned
always
out, but they did it against United, and nobody said a word about it.
no, but full well if it'd been the following week.
Yeah, absolutely bad. But there you go. Khalid says Villa acted like they have a say. Check their record at Etihad. I mean, I towards the end of the season, their record's not great anyway. I mean, the first was it 5 or 6 games where they didn't even score a goal. So
They did
yeah.
a typical Unai Emery hot streak, didn't they? And look, they have been hindered by the significant midfield injuries, but it was always going to catch up with them because the squad just isn't deep enough for Europe and
Yeah.
the Premier League. And nor did I expect a title challenge from them. They're not at that level yet. They haven't got the depth. They haven't got the experience. It takes time when you're coming and building from where they were building to be able to compete for that. So, I people are saying it's a bottle if they finish outside the top 4. I don't think it is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but
It depends on
problem,
how they do it and how far
I'm
they
going to
fall,
say the
obviously,
problem with that is that obviously they want to be seen as in the picture for a title challenge, but you're saying it's not even a bottle to finish outside the top 5. So
I think of that if they sort of fall massively, like they finish 7th, 8th, then yes. But I think if they finish outside, so even 6th, you could make an argument that they shouldn't have fallen that far. But I think if they fall out of the top 4, I'm not necessarily stunned by that, and I'm not necessarily thinking it's a complete and utter capitulation from them. Because they got as high as they did because they had a very good run of form over 2.5 months, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, and also other teams were getting beat at that moment in time as well. So it just shows how competitive the league is. So,
I see it more as a correction in the table rather than anything else.
Yeah, for sure. Khalid said I might have to retire from a sport. It can't get better than this. This is the pinnacle. Look, I mean, it depends what we win, right? And we got to win something first. So
yeah, of course.
We need to get over the line for it. Obviously the first one is March 22nd, where I'll be in Wembley, and the next one, hopefully the title, and one after that, who knows where it can go. So,
yeah, we were talking about the other week. It's big for both teams, but probably is bigger for us. That cup final.
The cup final. I mean, the thing is, I think the context is changing a little bit. because I think if the league's not done and settled, but there's like there's a 10-point gap, right? For argument's sake, I'm not saying that there will be, but I'm saying hypothetically, if there was, I don't think it makes that much effect, right? But I think
it lessens the effect, but I still think there's there is an impact there. Particularly if you win it, I think it releases that pressure cooker from our point of view.
yeah, but you're looking at March 22nd. You're gonna have.
We'll have played
Where
another
are
2
you?
Premier League games, won't we?
So we've played the game in hand from that week anyway.
And
So
and
basically, they haven't already. So that would have to get put in there, and then we're on match week 32. So is that right? So we've got 6 games left. Yeah,
we've got 8 games. Yeah, 6 games left by the time we play that. Yeah,
six games left. So we've only got 2 more games before the final.
Yeah, in the league. Yeah. We got 5 games in total: the FA Cup game, 2 Champions League, and 2 Premier League games.
Okay, yeah. Okay, all right, fine. So yeah, I mean, it could still have an effect then, because obviously it's I don't necessarily see them dropping points as such from but they got West Ham. They got West Ham and we got Everton.
Yeah.
So
we got West Ham away as well.
But even West Ham away, I don't see any slip up there, to be honest.
I think the chances of it have lessened, ironically, because they lost to Forest. Yeah. I know that sort of seems a bizarre one, but I think it sort of refocuses the mind sometimes when you get a shock defeat like that. They didn't lose, sorry, but when you draw the game like that.
Yeah, I did say this, Khalid, but what I'm saying is, if the clearance is 10 points or even 9 points, right? Because say we win and City draw, so it's 9 points. I don't think it's as big a catalyst, because I think that most of the hard work is done. That's all.
I think I would agree with that. I think it minimized it, but I still think it has a massive impact on us. And I think conversely, if we lose, it will. There will be a couple of doubts in there, but that impact again is lessened on both scores, as you say, if there is a big old gap.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if it's a 9-point gap, right, and they've got a game in hand, and that's against Palace, so assume that they win that, right? So then it's 6 points. Essentially, our goal difference is better, right? So that we need to, for them to win, then they need to win 2 games, and we need to lose those 2 games,
which would probably swing your goal difference round. But
well, I mean, what is the goal difference now?
Goal difference right now is level, dead level.
Oh, is it?
Okay. No, sorry. Goal difference now is +5 for us. Sorry, I read the wrong columm. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to say we got 4-1.
The angle I was looking at it meant the
So essentially, that goal difference is another point, right? Because if you're looking at they have to win those 2 games, and we have to lose those 2 games, and still we finish ahead, even if we're on the same points.
Yeah. I suspect though, in a world where they catch up on points, they might well close that goal difference, and it might be in their favour. Or
but I mean, if you're looking at it, it's 5 games. Also, I need to see Bernardo's tears twice. That would be beautiful. I mean, this is the thing as well, right? Because these guys are supposed to be mentality monsters, right? This is what they keep telling us. And we're weak mentality, and we don't complain about refs, and we don't do this, and we don't do that, and we don't do the other. But that's what they've been doing, right?
Yeah. They've been playing, Rodri, I don't know if he has been punished by the Premier League, but he came out and did that interview where
35 days.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that's quite quick in comparison to the 115. But
Well, yeah, there is that.
obviously you can't compare them. We're very different cases. But
I mean, it's the same principle, I guess, isn't it? So just
but I'm not sure I've ever seen something take this long to be resolved. I can only assume he's been let off, but
surely they'd have to put a statement out, given that they charged him.
you'd have thought, wouldn't you?
They'd still have to put a statement out and say basically there's no charges or whatever. But yeah, it's a bit mad. But yeah, where are you? Where's your head at now with the title race? Confident in it, in winning it?
Same it's been all season. I still think we will get there. I just do. I think the way we've responded to setbacks this season has been quietly quite impressive, and I think shows that the squad has got more experience. It's gaining an understanding of it. You never fully understand it, I don't think, until you get over the line. Obviously, I can't talk about that from a personal experience point of view, but a lot of former players, say that, including ones that aren't necessarily pro Arsenal, sort of talk about how important that is in your development, and how it is easier when you've got players around, which Arsenal don't have that many of. So, but I do think we're going to get there. I think there are issues with City that we saw again last night. They get caught in transition. I think their run-ins harder, but ultimately, I don't. I'm talking about City there, but from an Arsenal perspective, I think our mentality's there. I think we can defend, and I think that's going to be crucial. I think the squad depth is there. My big concern would be that you get 2 or 3 key players injured, because although we got a good squad depth, but if you've got 3 or 4 key ones out, that starts to become a little bit difficult. But we've overcome it most of the season. I just think we're going to get there. I really do. I still think we'd have won the league last season in different circumstances, but I certainly think for us this season we'll get there. I'm genuinely still in the same place I was in August.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. I mean, I'm not fully with this where it says title was decided last night. I do think
I don't think so.
I think to a point it was.
It was a big swing in that direction.
It was a big swing, yeah, definitely. But obviously, that game in hand, if they get like game in hand scheduled and they draw that game in hand, for example, I think that makes the shift complete. And I think we're nailed on favourites at that point.
If City drop points before us, I'd move to that point.
Yeah, I mean, even if the thing is when they drop unexpected points is the one for me. It's like last night. Nobody expected them to drop points against Nottingham Forest,
No.
So I think it's unexpected points, and Chelsea could be a kicker because Chelsea still need points for the Champions League, and I know their fans may want their team to potentially lose that game to stop us winning the title, but they're not going to have that privilege either, because they need to finish in the Champions League spots. They're in
after their financial results. They really, really need to forget about the sporting stuff, which would obviously be the main thing that will be driving the manager and the players forward. Financially, yeah. They need to. I know a lot of their losses were one-off losses, but that was a huge, huge, huge financial hit last year.
Well, and they can't do what they did before and just buy something to sell it, because their assets aren't there.
Is that have they got the stadium?
No, the fans own the pitch.
Yeah.
So the supporters group own the pitch. They can't sell that to themselves because they don't own it. That's why they've never moved.
I mean, well, there you go.
Yeah. So Khalid says neutrals love saying there've been more twists and turns. There won't be. It's done. I think there will be twists and turns. I think that I don't think there's anything is a foregone conclusion. I think it's heading where it's heading now, and I think if we screw it up from here, we've screwed it up. I don't think anything's happened to make us screw it up. I think we've done it all ourselves. I think it's an implosion from here.
Yes, I agree.
I think it would be a bottling. And I don't think anybody can deny that, to be honest with you. But yeah, um, Sharks. They
So
said. I mean, they still can be, but I, I, I don't remember if I said this last night either. But I think City are being carried by Donnarumma, by Haaland, and by Pep, and Haaland has had a bit of a downturn, hasn't he? And maybe he played and he wasn't fully fit last night.
I think
Um,
Semenyo's had a good impact. I think so's Gehi, but not like massive impact from Gehi. But I think Semenyo has.
yeah, but I don't consider that a carry job. I think that's just that they've reinforced. I think that's reinforced the squad and it's added to the quality. But I don't think without Haaland, without Pep, and without Donnarumma, I don't think they're anywhere near it.
No, I agree.
I don't think they're in the conversation at all. So I think they've got those players to thank for being in that position. Again, just my opinion, but but this is exactly my point, Khalid. Donnarumma and Pepper definitely. Haaland's been missing. This is my point, right? So if any of those have a drop off, then they're not getting over the line, are they? And Haaland has had a drop off, hasn't he?
Yeah,
So
yeah, he has. Yeah,
it's quite simple. So obviously Haaland's had a drop off. There's only two people carrying the carrying the water rather than three. So and you could argue that Haaland is the most impactful one, right? Because he's the one scoring the goals,
yeah.
or not,
And
as the
I'm
case may
told that
be.
they take every chance they create, but they missed some big ones again last night by all accounts.
Well, have you seen the penalty, the one they're claiming for a penalty?
Yes.
Well, what do you make of that?
I think if it's given, I think it's being overturned. But I just don't think it was a penalty. To be honest with you, I mean
I thought it was
there
a
was
foul on the keeper, if anything.
yeah, yeah. I think that's a 50-50 coming together. I don't, as I say, I don't think it's overturned if it's given. We were talking about the one on Kai Havertz, weren't we? And I think
Yeah,
same for that one. But that one for me was more of a penalty than the Haaland one. Not Haaland one,
yeah,
the City one. It was on Haaland actually, wasn't it?
it was on Haaland, yeah. But I think Haaland realised he hit it too hard and veered towards the keeper.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I don't think he had
And
control of the ball.
no, but I think that this should be criteria. And yeah, we're going on City results and whatever. But wasn't it against Newcastle where they got a penalty when the ball was going out of play anyway?
I don't remember that one, but it
Yeah,
wouldn't surprise me.
yeah, they got a penalty against somebody anyway. I can't remember who it was. Might have been Chelsea actually.
But either way, I mean,
Not
there is a
necessarily.
rule, right, that you're supposed to have some kind of control of the ball. And
Yeah,
it
but
can be
that
you knock it
one
past deliberately to chase after him, but the ball's got to be. You've still
in
got to.
touching distance, you
Yes, exactly.
and it's gonna stay in play.
Yes.
But that ball was going well out, you know. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, we're going to rotate for Mansfield.
Yes.
Are you bothered about the FA Cup?
Oh, I
Or
still want to get through, but I'm certainly rotating. For me, I want as many first team players, and by first team, I mean in terms of the side that's going to start Leverkusen out of that game. I'd Kepper in goal. I wouldn't mind seeing Marley Salmon come in. If Ben White's not fit, for instance, and I do wonder whether some of Ben White being left out is to make sure he starts Mansfield to give Timber a rest. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to, Hincapié, for instance, not starting. Rice and Zubimendi not starting. I think I'd actually just go Norgard in midfield and 2 10s for this one. Get Miles Lewis Skelly at left back.
yeah, my
Marley
problem my problem with that is it might have to be that that Mosquera starts on the right and it's going to leave you short in centre back again, which means Norgard's going to have to do that role rather than anything else. That's my problem with that.
unless you start Marley Salmon.
Yeah. Well, Salmon can do right back as well, I suppose.
Exactly, yeah.
Mm.
But I'm not necessarily. I don't necessarily think he will start Salmon, but I think you've got to consider it as long. Right now the FA Cup is the least important of the four trophies.
Yeah.
I basically, if I'm Arteta, I'm picking my side for Leverkusen, and then I am not picking
Yeah, he's
any of
selecting
those players
around it.
unless I'm saying Kai Havertz starts that game, but I need him to get through 60 minutes. At
Yeah.
which point, but you get the point I'm making.
That's what I'm doing actually. I'm putting Havertz on, and he gets an hour,
Yeah,
and then he comes off.
yeah, for Odegaard probably.
Well, if Odegaard's fit, it's probably Jesus, isn't it?
Well, I
If
think
if
Jesus
he's
is going
going
to
to
start.
start, yeah, I I'd still play Gyökeres. I really would.
I'd get him a goal, yeah.
I'd play
But
Gyökeres
try and get him a goal, yeah.
just try and stat pad him, whatever you want to call him. Just try and get some confidence in him.
Yeah, he's a confidence player for sure.
Yeah. So, City crying about refs when they've escaped. Foden red, Gahey red, Bernardo second yellow. Absolutely, man.
Ryan
Absolutely.
Shirky the other day.
Well, that Shirky one, I've seen loads of people. It was just accidental, and this, that, and the other. It makes no difference whatsoever.
Well, it does make a difference, except I just don't believe it was. I think he knew exactly where his foot was going there.
It doesn't make a difference if it's accidental or not. It doesn't make any difference. He's on his leg. If it's an accident, yeah, but if you accidentally break somebody's leg, you're getting a red card, mate, whether you like it or not.
But what I mean is, if the player's on the floor, right? If you're running and the player falls over right in front of you and you tread on his leg because he's gone down right in front of you, that is a pure accident. There's not a lot you can do because
Yeah,
then it's not going to be. But he was on the floor, he knew where he was, and he put his leg backwards. And I know you slightly put your leg backwards, but he genuinely and came down hard on that. And you don't need to go down as hard as he did. If you're just getting up, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, propelled himself off the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He basically used him as I put a post out and just basically used him as starting block.
Yeah.
And
he knew what he was doing.
Basically what he did. And yeah, it's happened a couple of times. I can't remember who else did it, but yeah, somebody else did that. I mean, it might be Walker.
Yeah, Carl Walker's done it before for sure.
Might be Walker that did it for Burnley. So
he did it. He did it a couple of times at City as well. He's got form for that, Carl Walker.
Yeah, definitely got form, money, but there you go. Yeah, about covered everything, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're probably back before Leverkusen, but it's that's going to be an interesting one this week. Do you want to? Do you think we can get it done in Germany to try and rest players ahead of the cup final, or do you think we're gonna have to go strong at home as well? Just
to be honest with you, I mean, they can't be underestimated.
No, I don't think so either.
They did an invincible run. They're not the same team now, but it's a hostile place to go, man. And
yeah, I agree.
And the whole reason that we kind of did this, did the whole top in the group and whatever, is that we can bring them to our home ground, hostile environment, and get it done then. But it's, if we can, then happy days. But I don't. The problem is the Champions League. He's not going to fully rotate anyway.
No, you're not making. But what I mean is, if you can get it done, you might be able to make 4 or 5 changes rather.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get 3-0 there, then like you say, you can probably make 4 or 5 subs.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's going to come back to the Emirates for exactly the same reasons you. But the reason I ask is because I know a lot of people have said, well, we can just get an easy win there and it's done, isn't it? It's like, well, it's not going to be as easy as that.
Yeah, well, this is it, and like Khalid says, I think we'll have to go strong both legs. Would hate for us to go take liberties and get knocked out. Absolutely, that. I mean, it's a Champions League, for God's sake, and we've never won it, as people keep telling us. So we have to treat it seriously. We have to treat every game like it's the final, like it is, like we have every other game. We've treated it with on the merit of the actual game. So we've done that with the FA Cup. We've done that with the League Cup. And the team has been selected based on the opponent, and I don't see that being any different.
Yeah, agreed entirely.
So yeah, I mean, I obviously want to get through. Want to get through the FA Cup game with no injuries. That's my main priority.
Yep. Do you think Dalman will get minutes? Because he was on the bench, obviously, last night.
Wasn't Salmon on the bench as well?
I can't remember about Salmon, but definitely, let me have a check. But definitely,
I know he's back because he played the under-21s.
Yes.
Like a week ago, so I know he's definitely back. But I mean, he probably come on as a sub. I would have thought. I doubt.
No, Salmon wasn't on the bench last night. No, I didn't remember seeing.
I know they travelled with the squad though.
Yes,
they were definitely with the squad.
I think Salmon was the spare man, wasn't he, for the squad?
Yeah, Salmon and Setford, I believe.
Yes, because they bring a spare keeper as well, don't they?
Yeah, so I think they were. I think they travelled, but obviously they didn't make the squad. So yeah. What are you saying about the Mansfield game? What score are you going for?
Again, they're so hard to predict, aren't they? Because you just don't know what lineup's going to play. I mean, what I'd like to see is do what we did against Wigan, which is get it won early and then just see it out. I think that would be ideal, and then come out with no injuries. I think this will be a 3-0 win, but I just don't know. You just don't know how strong they're going to be. It's away from home. It makes it slightly trickier. I think Mansfield are going to come out fast. They've got nothing to lose, right?
No, that's the thing with them. It is literally a cup final for them, isn't it? So
and so it should be, by the way, for them.
Yeah, because they get through it, then they
can have another cup final.
They can have another go. Obviously, Wolves beat Liverpool, and they play again tomorrow. Actually, at 8 o'clock.
I haven't got games. Wolves play tomorrow.
Yeah, Wolves Liverpool play tomorrow.
Of course, because it's. I'm looking at Premier League fixtures.
Yeah, it's the FA Cup.
Yeah. Wolves Liverpool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think they repeat it, or do you think Liverpool are a little bit scorned and they batter them?
I think. Well, Liverpool. It's a difficult one for Liverpool, isn't it? Because they're going to need to get the points in the league. Wolves know it's done, so Wolves can go everything at it, can't they? Whereas Liverpool have got choices to make. But I think Wolves will lose that game. I think Liverpool will be too strong, but you never know. I mean, just if Liverpool defend like they did last time, then Wolves definitely have a chance. But for me, Liverpool are strong favourites for that one.
Yeah, I mean they have got Champions League with midweek as well, haven't they? So it's it could be a bit more difficult.
Oh, geez, just Tottenham are just such a. The headsets have gone down for the referees at Tottenham Stadium again.
They're just shite, man.
Someone's just put on this feed. Even the referees had enough.
just call it.
Oh,
I tell you what. What one thing that needs to change for the what the hell is that dancer, man? What the hell is that?
What are you saying?
So he literally was it Dancer Basuma? So he basically miscontrolled the ball, and the Palace player's coming along, and he just puts his leg across the Palace player, and then he feigned an injury. And you're like, mate, you just fouled him, man. But there you go.
There you go. By the way, very quickly before you ask your question, what do you think the score will be on Saturday against Mansfield? It's lunchtime kickoff, isn't it?
Lunchtime, yeah. I think a 3-1. I think that's the score.
That wouldn't shock me if they score, but I'm going to go for another clean sheet.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he keeps another clean sheet, but I mean, obviously be changed back line, I would have thought. So
which obviously brings uncertainty. We saw it at Portsmouth, didn't we?
Yeah. So yeah, on a Saturday we've got our game. We've got Wrexham Chelsea. Do you fancy an upset there?
I mean, how big an
Is that?
upset would that be, really, given Wrexham are, in a shout of the playoffs? I mean,
I
it would
mean,
be
yeah. I mean, you have to consider them, you know,
underdogs. But,
underdogs still. I mean, all right,
um,
they've got investment and whatever, but it's
and you just never know with Chelsea, are you? They lack experience and what have you, and they lack discipline at times. But you'd have thought, well,
against Wrexham. I
Arteta's not
mean,
in charge, is he, at Wrexham? Because Rosnar's only lost to Arteta. He hasn't lost to anyone else yet. Um, he's lost 3 times, all 3 to Arteta. But I mean, you'd expect Chelsea to go through that.
but Chelsea played Wrexham before, didn't they? And didn't they have a problem with one of their players?
I don't know. I don't remember that. I mean, I don't like talking about Wrexham games for historical reasons, but it is at Wrexham, though.
Yeah, it's
So
at
you never
Wrexham.
know.
Yeah, they're getting a new stadium and all this. Like they're getting all this investment and whatever. But yeah, still early days for them. Still, I think it's, the hitting the wall's going to come pretty radically soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one, isn't it, for Wrexham? Because I think probably coming up to the Premier League is obviously this is a big opportunity if they can do it. But equally, I think it might be too much too soon.
Yeah, so yeah, Kalite. Now it was Colwell and whoever the striker is. Yeah, the McLean. That's it, McLean. I mean, McLean. I should have remembered that because he has a problem with everybody. To be fair, but yeah. And then you got Newcastle, Man City. What was saying for that?
I think a lot of that will depend on how Pep takes this game. I wonder
Pep,
whether
Pep,
he
Pep,
would.
Pep, Pep, Pep is playing the strongest team, no matter what.
I'm not stunned if he doesn't, but I think he's going to have to try and win something, and it is an opportunity. But I'm not stunned if it's also the complete opposite of that. But I think if he goes strong, I think they will beat Newcastle. Newcastle are struggling at times this season, so I would go for a
He
City win
went
there.
full strength against Exeter, man.
Yeah, no, I know he did, but
So he has to go full strength.
yeah, but equally, I'm looking at it and going, well, he's got 2 Real Madrids. He's got a really tricky run of games coming up here. But I think you're probably right. But
Doesn't know how to rotate, does he?
I thought only Arteta didn't know how to rotate. That's what I keep being told.
No, I don't care about that. That's just
But
fucking.
I think City will win that if they go strong.
Okay, Kalitas, Newcastle beat them. I mean, I'm kind of the same feeling because Newcastle are a bit more of a cup team than a league team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're well set up for that, aren't they?
They play the occasion, don't they, rather than playing the team. That's the thing, and being at St James's Park as well.
It'll be under the lights. It'll be raucous.
Yeah. So yeah, they're just relentless, man. They are relentless at St James's. Great atmosphere it is, by the way, as well. It's so sad that we ended up in the gods because if you're actually in the middle of it, it's far better than being anti-football crap. Because
Yeah.
I think that's more anti-football than anything else. To be honest with you, sticking away
I don't
fans in
like
the
that.
gods.
I don't like that. I mean, I actually thought there was a relatively decent atmosphere last night, and it was partly because, there was obviously a noisy away contingent, but they didn't. I mean, it's not a high stadium like St James's Park is, but
Yeah, it's right
you know,
down by the pitch. Yeah,
but actually, I think that helps the atmosphere, and I think it helps the home atmosphere as well.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I thought the home fans were rubbish last night. To be honest with you.
Yeah, they were last night, but I've also been there for in the home end, not against Arsenal, and actually, the
Yeah, decent
noisy
atmosphere.
atmosphere.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, you have certain sections. Obviously,
yeah.
there are certain sections that are better than others. But yeah, I think particularly last night. Were you down the front when the guy was counting?
Counting.
No, you probably weren't. There
No,
was a
because I was a
guy.
couple of rows back from you originally, and then you said there was
Yeah,
a spare
you were
spot.
like
So
5 rows back, weren't you? And
yeah,
then yeah, there was space, so he ended up coming down the front with
mm,
me. But yeah, there was a guy basically in the corner of the stand to our right, and he was counting the seconds down with everything.
I
I
didn't
think
see that. No.
mainly the keeper and whatever. And I didn't catch it at first, and then it was like he just kept doing it, and he was just counting everything. So basically, the whole stand kind of responded with counting for Brighton.
I didn't notice that, to be honest with you.
For the Brighton players. So, but basically, there was the reason the young lad behind me kind of laughed at, we was kind of laughing at the end, was because we kind of all oiked together, and it was just like we're all counting imaginary watchers. It was just weird. And then
I still don't get where they got 7 minutes from, by the way. For
I have no idea, absolutely no idea. But we survived, so I don't really care. But it's yeah, he may well have been on the spectrum, but literally he was coming. He was literally shouting whatever, and we started with our imaginary clocks as well, and it was amazing how quick he shut up. Because it was like, this is how ridiculous you sound, mate. And then there was another guy giving it all this, further across. I think you might have seen that.
I saw him, yeah.
Yeah, and I did the same back to him because they got a free kick from, I think that was when they got the free kick from Gyökeres for doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah.
It's just like what? But yeah,
it's
really weird.
There was obviously the guy waving, but actually I knew him, so we let him off.
Oh, did you actually know him? Okay.
Yeah, he's genuinely the opposition manager on Saturday for my
I remember you saying something about it, but I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, so I'll just go with it.
Yeah, he's genuinely my opposition manager on Saturday. He's coming to our place.
Well, we look forward to Saturday. I'm going to try and do more content through the week as well. So just stay tuned for that. We're going back on Tuesday.
I'll try and actually make it this time.
Tom's going to actually try and make it. We're hopefully we're still waiting for tea from Tuesday, to be fair.
To be fair, I was waiting for anything 4.5 hours to get back on Tuesday. Absolute nightmare.
Nice outro. What?
He hasn't got there yet.
I haven't played the outro yet.
He's getting you off. He's asking you to leave quicker than the Spurs fans.
Are you trying to get rid of me? Trying to get rid of me. Anyway, if you are in the chat, on Twitter or whatever, please come through to the YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Drop a like. I think you might be a bit disappointed, Khalid, to be honest with you, because I may have edited the outro a little bit. So
we discussed it a couple of weeks ago. So
yeah, I thought the outro was too long. I don't think most people would stay for it. So I think I've edited it. Well, I know I've edited it. It's
whether you uploaded it or not.
It's whether it uploads and I actually play it. But yeah, that's kind of the deal. But yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday, hopefully. And yeah, as I said, I'm going to try and do more content, but obviously it's difficult as well. But yeah, if you're even here, make sure you're liking and subscribing. Any comments in the channel with the video, make sure you're doing that as well. And all that remains is to thank Dom for coming on this time.
Yeah, made it tonight, and it was really fun watching the game with you last night as well. By the way, it was
absolutely, yeah. Oh yeah, I managed to get him a ticket to the game as well, so it was quite cool. But,
I really enjoyed it as well, and obviously it's local.
Always good, isn't it? And yeah, it's nice to go when you're going with these things. It's nice to go, not on your own.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, no, thank you. You without you guys in the chat, this channel's nothing. So thank you, not thank me. Okay. We'll catch you on the next one. I hope you have a great evening, whatever you're up to. Enjoy the last knockings of the Tottenham 1, Crystal Palace 3.
Pretty much there. Now.
Pretty much done. Yeah, they're a point above the relegation. So enjoy that. We'll see you next time.